Hi there folks and welcome to Get Strumming. Now today I'm going to show you how to play Maxwell's Silver Hammer. Now this was featured on the Beatles' last album to be recorded, Abbey Road, which was released in 1969. And it's often decried, as John Lennon used to call it, one of Paul's granny songs. But I always love it. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I think it's great. It's just a fun track, typical kind of whimsical McCartney song. He was always good at writing songs about these different characters, whereas John would rather write from the heart about his own perspective on things. Whereas, Paul was more of a storyteller, if you like. What I've done with this version of the song is I've dropped it down a step from D major to C major, just because it's a little bit easier to play on the ukulele in the key of C. So, first of all, I'm going to show you how it goes. So I'm just going to play a couple of lines just to give you a feel of the song. Joan was quizzical, studied pataphysical, science in the home. Late night all alone with a test tube. Okay, so as you can see, it's got a nice kind of rhythm to it and it works well on the ukulele. So what I need to do now is show you the chords. So here we go. So we're going to start off with a C major chord. So to play a C major, use your third finger on the third fret, first string. Next up, we've got an A7, so use your first finger on the first fret, third string. Then we've got a D minor, first finger, first fret, second string, second finger, second fret, fourth string, and third finger, second fret, third string. Then we've got a G7, so all you've got to do to get from a D minor to a G7, leave your first finger where it is on the first fret, second string. Move your second finger to the second fret, third string, and third finger to the second fret, first string. Next up, we've got a D7. Now, I tend to play it as a bar chord, so I'm using my first finger over the second fret, use my third finger on the third fret, first string. But you can play it as a two-finger chord using your first finger on the second fret, fourth string, second finger, second fret, second string. Next up, we've got an E7, so use your first finger on the first fret, fourth string, second finger, second fret, third string, third finger, second fret, first string. Then we've got a C7, so use your first finger on the first fret, first string. Next up, we've got an F, first finger, first fret, second string, second finger, second fret, fourth string. And then finally, we've got an A minor. So just lift off your first finger, leave your second finger on the second fret, fourth string. You've got an A minor. So that's all the chords we need. Next, we need to have a look at some kind of strumming pattern. Now, as I always say, for beginners on the ukulele, keep the strumming really simple until you become accustomed to the chord changes within the song. So what you can do is just simple down strums. Joan was quizzical, studied pataphysical, science in the home. Or, if you want to make it bounce a little bit more, you can do a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So either strumming technique, absolutely fine. Right, let's start off with the first verse. So it goes straight into the song. I know there's a version on the anthology that does this kind of thing. But that appears later on in the song. But the official release just starts in, Joan was quizzical. So there's no counting. You just start straight off. A bit like Can't Buy Me Love. Can't buy me love. Straight in. Okay. So we're going to start off with the C major. Joan was quizzical. Then we go to an A7. Studied pataphysical. Now to D minor. Science in the home. Now to A7. To G7. Late nights all alone sing with a test tube. Back to C. G7. Now we go to C again. Maxwell Edison. Now to A7. Majoring in medicine. Now to D minor. Calls her on the phone. Now to G7. Can I take you out to the pictures? Now to C. Joan. G7. And now we do one strum on D7. But as she's getting ready to go, and then one strum on the G7, a knock comes on the door. And what we do now is stay on the G7, and you do a up, down, down, down. So that's a simple up, down, down, down. And then we're into the main chorus. So we go back to the C. Bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer came. Now to D7, down upon her head. Now to G7, bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer made. Now to D minor, so that. Now to G7, she was. And then we do C, G7, C. Dead. C, G7, C. Now we do the little instrumental bit now. So that's one strum on C, one strum on E7, one strum on A minor, one strum on C7, then four strums on F, bom, 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 and then four strums on C. Ba-de-dum-dum-dum. Now we're into the next verse. So we stay on the C. Back in school again, A7, Maxwell plays the fool again. Now to D minor, teacher gets annoyed. Now to G7, wishing to avoid an unpleasant. Now to C, C, G7, E. Now back to C, she tells Max to stay. A7, when the class has gone away. Now to D minor, so he waits behind. Now to G7, writing 50 times I must not be. Now to C, so G7, oh. Now one strum on D7, but when she turns her back on the boy, he, and one strum on G7, creeps up from behind. Up, down, down, down on the G7. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Then we go back to the C for the next chorus. Bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer came. D7, down upon her head. Do-do-do-do. Then G7, bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer made. Now to D minor, sure that she was. Now to G7, dead. Now we go into the little solo. So we're going to do 8 strums on C. Ba, 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 da, ba, da. Now 8 strums on D7. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba. Now 8 strums on G7. Ba, 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 da. 2 on D minor. Ba, ba. And then 2 on G7. Ba, da, da. And then C, G7, C. Ba. Now we do the little instrumental section that we did just after the first chorus. So we do 1 strum on C, boom, 1 strum on E7, boom, 1 strum on A minor, 1 strum on C7, then 4 on F, and then 4 on C. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum, boom, boom. Now we're into the last verse. So we start on the C again. BC 31, and then to A7, said we caught a dirty one. Now to D minor, Maxwell stands alone. Now to G7, painting testimonial pictures. Then C, oh. Now to G7, oh. Back to C, Rose and Valerie. A7, screaming from the gallery. D minor, say he must go free. The G7, judge does not agree, and he tells them now to C. So, G7, but now one strum on D7, as the words are leaving his lips, G7, one strum, noise comes from behind, and then up, down, down, down on the G7, bom, bom, bom. Then back to the C for the last chorus. Bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer came. Now to D7, down upon his head. Now G7, clang, clang, Maxwell silver hammer made. D minor, sure that he was. G7, dead, whoa, whoa, whoa. Back to C, oh. Then D7, bum, 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 da, do, 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 do. Then 8 on G7, do, 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 do. Then 2 on D minor, bum, bum, 2 on G7, ba, ba, and then C, G7, C, bum, bum, bum. Now the last line goes like this. You do one strum on C, still, and then one strum on E7, ver, one strum on A minor, ha, one strum on C7, ma, then 4 strums on F, max, and then C, G7, C. Okay then, so that's Maxwell Silver Hammer in the key of C. If it went a little bit quick for you, or you struggle with it, don't forget the little technique you can do to slow down videos on YouTube. Go to the little cog in the top right hand corner of the video, of this video, and it will take you to a playback function menu. Go to playback settings and playback speed, and slow the video down to 0.75. And it should enable you to be able to keep up with what I'm doing, because sometimes I do realise I go a little bit quickly for some people. Okay, so that's it. You've got the chords. As I always mention as well, just click on the description to this video and you'll find all the chords and lyrics that I've put together for you, so you can follow at your own leisure. Here we go then. So after 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Joan was quizzical, studied pataphysical science in the home. Late nights all alone with a test tube. Oh, 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 oh. Maxwell Edison, majoring in medicine, calls her on the phone. Can I take you out to the pictures, Joan? Oh, oh. But as she's getting ready to go, a knock comes on the door. Bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer came down upon her head. Bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer made sure that she was dead. Boom, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Back in school again, Maxwell plays the fool again. Teacher gets annoyed, wishing to avoid an unpleasant scene. She tells Max to stay when the class has gone away, so he waits behind, writing 50 times, I must not be so, oh, oh, oh. But when she turns her back on the boy, he creeps up from behind. Bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer came down upon her head. Do-do-do-do-do. Bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer made sure that she was dead. Boom, boom. does not agree, and he tells them so. But as the words are leaving his lips, a noise comes from behind. Bum, 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 bang, bang, Maxwell silver hammer came down upon his head. Do-do-do-do-do. Clang, clang, Maxwell silver hammer made sure that she was dead. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Silver hammer Max. There you go. I love it, that song. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's a really good, fun little track about a murderer as well. It's a bit like, what do you call it with Tom Jones, Delilah, another song about murder. All these great songs, such sinister undertones. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. And if you've got any other songs that you'd like me to teach you in the future, just leave me a message in a comment section and I'll get back to you with a tutorial as quickly as possible. Take care for now. Bye-bye.